The moment we start becoming conservative and stop taking creative risks and business risks and stop being true to what we're doing, that's when we should worry. And I'm not worried. Our values and our care for what we are doing, and hopefully what gamers would agree with, care for gamers is what drives this company forward. It's my personal horror to become a faceless behemoth of game development or publishing or whatnot. As long as I'm here, I will be fighting for this not to happen. Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. I am the majestic Snare, and today I want to talk to you about, well, CD PROJEKT RED, as you probably would have guessed from the video title. Nice one, Snare. Now, CD PROJEKT RED are one of my favourite developers, but it's a kind of a weird thing to say about them because the only game that I've really played of theirs is Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, or Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I can't remember if there's a "the" in there. Probably not. I was brought into the Witcher series very late. Lee and I got hold of the game to do a review for the channel. Lee had been a fan of the books and the previous Witcher games as well. I came into it quite fresh, but we both agreed on the fact that it was a very, very good game. Absolutely huge, lots to do, bang for buck, absolutely incredible. Lots of free DLC. The game was a beautiful looking game and you got free stuff as well. I mean, it was just like mind-blowing. And this is the reason why I think they're one of my favourite developers, because they seem to be doing things for the gamers. That speech that I put at the start of the video, that is quite honestly the best quote to have from a games company. They don't want to be that company that just wants your money, nothing else. They're going to have pressures, they're going to have stresses, that, you know, they're under deadlines and whatever for themselves. They've been able to produce a game like Witcher 3 over a number of years. It wasn't just a flash in the pan, well done, that was lucky. It's got substance, it's got craft, it's got love. It feels like every minute of those years that were put into it was efficiently done in a way that resulted in a game that was absolutely beautiful and so much fun to play. Which reminds me, I need to go back and fucking play loads more of it, because I didn't. It's such a big game, I need to play more. I need to play more of it, I really do. But it gives me that trust in them that the next game is going to be incredible. Now, Cyberpunk 2077 is, for all intents and purposes, their next game. I'm thinking it's going to be called that. I don't know if they've actually confirmed it or not, but they've had a tumultuous time over the last few months. Back in, when was it, June, some information got leaked and held to ransom. Then they started producing some promo material, and then some information came out just the other day about the kind of the hub section of the game, where it's like the bridge between the single player and the multiplayer, and it's going to have some kind of Gwent style gaming thing going on there. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speculate too much, because at the end of the day, I'd much rather see what they are going to tell us about the game closer to the time, when I can actually get my hands on it, rather than getting all hyped up now and then just falling flat on my face in the future, which I've done many times before with games. I keep harking back to No Man's Sky. Big, huge universe. Yeah, that sounds great. Please, can I have that? Nah. So I'm not going to do that again. I've learnt my lesson finally. But one thing that does worry me about CD PROJEKT RED slightly is that because they haven't got a huge backlog and they're quite a young company in the grand scheme of things, those ideals that people have when they're small, it happens with music artists, it happens with companies, it happens with anything that starts to get bigger or have a reputation to uphold, or there's some other factors and influences that start to have pressure on the creative side of something, or the passion side of something. Because they're such a young company, will that change over time? Will 2077 be a flop because they'll suddenly think, Witcher was amazing, we've got to do it just like that, it's going to be amazing, it's got to be just as good? Well, maybe it just has to be a good game. I'm not overly concerned right now. I think they're a great company that have produced some great product in Witcher 3, and the 18 different DLC things that you got, it was loads. I don't think it was 18, but it was definitely a lot, just for free. And to give stuff out for free is always a good thing for the consumer, but it means that they want you to enjoy the game as much as they enjoyed making it. That's how it feels anyway. They are also a company that freely and publicly opposes DRM, digital rights management of game content. They obviously hope that all DLC content is free as a standard. I mean, stuff like that just warms my little cockles after seeing all the microtransaction nonsense. For example, in Destiny 2, you buy a shader once only use and then that's it, and I think that's for real money. The Battlefront 2 loot boxes and whatnot, just to actually play the game and get better. The 2K games with their basketball situation, where you have to, in order to get the credits to buy the stuff to make you better, you have to buy the credits, and it'll horrible vicious circle just to make you spend more money. I like the fact that they oppose all that kind of stuff. They want to save the... It's not really a situation to save yet. Single player games are not dying, no matter who says that. It's just the fact that I think they might stick a flag in the ground and say, this is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
Single player games are something that can save people from a crappy life, a crappy experience. They can just get involved in a game and just escape for a few hours over a number of days, number of weeks, whatever. And that's something that will never ever change. When I was a young child and getting really into video games at the time, point and clicks were my favourite on the old Amiga, and PC even has some now coming out from it. Just those kind of story arcs, those kind of slightly puzzly but mainly narration and story driven games, those are the ones that will stick in my brain, not Call of Duty types or Division. The single player games is something that's going to stick around for a long time, and I hope that they can stick a flag in as a benchmark and say, Cyberpunk 2077, this is how single player games should be. Let's be honest, Witcher 3 is currently to me a standard. It sits right alongside Skyrim for that kind of feeling, but we keep getting sold Skyrim in different versions every 6 months, so I'm a bit bored with Skyrim now. And let's not forget, they got Developer of the Year in 2015, which was deserved, probably on the back of producing Witcher 3. Come on, it's a nice thing to see when someone does a good job and gets rewarded for it. So I just thought I'd just mention that, because they did get Developer of the Year, and that was the year they released something. So hopefully, if they bring this game out in 2018, maybe, then they'll get Developer of the Year that year as well, which would be nice. And it can make me feel all warm inside, knowing that a company doing a good thing gets rewarded and lauded for doing a good thing anyway. And the most surprising thing about the success of Witcher 3, to me anyway, is that it has spawned Gwent, a game that's a game in itself. I mean, the times I have played it within Witcher 3, I enjoy playing it, and I found myself playing that a little bit too much and then not playing the game, which is a bit of a problem. I enjoyed the card game, and it has spawned itself into a physical card game because it fits, it works, because it is a card game but played digitally. Having a real hard copy of it, that's great. It's great fun. I haven't got a copy myself, but I do know somebody that has. They adore it. They think it's a fantastic thing. I don't know if that was just through a Kickstarter. I must find that out. I know for a fact it exists. So what do you think? Do you think CD PROJEKT RED are like saviours of the video game industry, especially for single player games? Or do you think that they are just a bit too young and have something yet to prove? Certainly because they haven't got much of a back catalogue. But I'd really love to hear what you think about the company and what you expect to see from Cyberpunk 2077. It's a genre I really enjoy myself, so I'm really up for seeing what they're going to do with it. I know that it's based on the board game-ish, maybe. So it's a board game I never played myself, and I really wish I'd had, but maybe there's still time to play it between now and the release date in a couple of years' time. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video today, don't forget to drop us a like, it helps us out a great deal, and subscribe if you want to, or if you haven't already, because it's just something that brings you into the family, and then we can give you a nice warm overbite hug just to say thank you. But it is obviously something that really does help the channel out a great deal. And of course, if you have somebody that wants to hear what I have to say about CD PROJEKT RED, then share the video. There's an idea. On social media, on Twitter, wherever you like to share it, it's just fine. Thank you for listening to my waffly nonsense today. Lee will be back with you next week, and we'll have a video out with the both of us on Saturday. I'm not sure what yet, but it's going to be awesome, whatever it is. So guys, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and of course, I'll see you next time. Okay, love you, bye-bye. I'm not going to survive. Yep, impaled. The death scenes are pretty special in this game, I have to say. They are amazing. No. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Come on, take him out. Take him out. Yes. Bang on yellow belt. You can't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. Why is it that when people are watching